going on, guys? Hope everyone is doing well, and I'm hoping this works. I'm going to do a quick little video tutorial on a drone that I kind of was hating in the beginning because it seemed like I was hearing selfie talk and all that kind of stuff, and it just didn't seem like something that I would want to mess with, but I ended up buying one. Actually, I ended up buying two for whatever that was worth, and I've been putting it through the tests and kind of seeing how it can handle and what it can produce, and it actually does a pretty darn good job. It's pretty remarkable that this thing that weighs so light, it's almost like a little leaf, can actually withstand winds and do a pretty darn decent job. Like right now, this is going to be an example of a video I want to do on a little feature that's kind of not really hidden, but a lot of people may not know, and it's only going to be available not with the hand flight kind of thing, but with the RCN2 and the RCN3 controller. This is the RCN2. So you guys know also the RCN1 remote does not work with the Neo, only the RCN2 and the RCN3. So this RCN2 is for the Mini 4 Pro that I had. Was able to buy the drone only and use this guy, and it actually is pretty darn cool. You fly it like a normal drone, and you actually have the feature, which is cruise control. And that's what I want to touch on today. And just so you guys are aware, let me see. I'm going to go and do a screen recording. And we're going to look and see the winds. So 12 miles to 26 mile an hour gusts. I'm in the rural. I'm going to try to get this combine that is coming down the field. They're doing a lot of fall harvesting, but this drone is going to struggle a little bit in 12 to 26 mile an hour winds, but guess what? It will handle. Now, some things to be mindful of is this drone, of course, you want to be fully charged because you're going to be fighting winds. The battery is going to drain that much quicker, and you want to just be mindful of the battery level when you're needing to return home because you're going to need a little bit more time to fight the wind, and you're going to really be zapping the battery. So I'd be coming back, to where you can get back home roughly at like 35% battery to play it more on the conservative side, especially if it's windy. Thankfully, there's just a field, so could go get it. This would be, they say not to fly over water, but whatever. Just be very mindful of the battery level because this guy has to work that much harder, let alone in these kinds of winds. So let's go ahead and get this guy up into the air, and we're going to go ahead and depress the power button. 1, 2. There we go. Little Neo is very interesting. It almost is like having a little friend. And I think that's how I'm sure they're trying to market this thing and why they called it Neo, because you can kind of just hang out with it and create and get some really cool footage. And it does feel kind of like a friend. It lands in your hand when it's done. It's like, okay, come on, let's go. We got the cool clip. So anyway, that is that. So we're going to power on the RCN2. Boom. We're going to connect my smartphone, iPhone 15 Pro Max. I didn't get the 16 Pro Max. Probably will, but not in a huge hurry. And we're going to make sure we're still screen recording. Oh, we're not. So we're going to make sure we're screen recording. There we go. We got connection. We got go fly. Again, we're screen recording. I'm going to lower the volume. And I'm going to just launch out of the window because I can. I'm just going to launch out the passenger window and fly it out the car. So here we go. We have 11 satellites. Not a lot. Maybe I'm going to hold it out the other window to see if it can acquire satellites quicker. But yeah, overall, a really fun little drone. And for $200, you can't go wrong. So I'm just going to start the props.
Approached edge of
I'm in a restricted kind of airspace, and I'm going to launch the drone. There we go. Drone is launched. As you can see, we got 92% battery right here. And I'm going to go, and I do need filters for this because we have no manual controls, which kind of stinks. very limited right now. Let's hope we get something soon. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my histogram to make sure I'm in the right zone. Right now, the histogram's saying I'm still too bright. So I got to really jack up my shutter speed to 1/2000th of a second, and that's not ideal when we're shooting 4K 60. I see this guy cruising, so I'm going to go in sport mode. It says strong wind warning, aircraft unable to return home automatically, blah, blah, blah. And that's what I said to be mindful of when we're actually out flying, getting this tutorial done and showing you how to use cruise control. But let's go ahead and line up a shot and we'll see how well cruise control works. It does work pretty well, but when you're really trying to get precision flying, not always something to rely on. But sometimes it does work really well, so there's that. So I'm flying this little guy in these heavier winds. It's still working. I'm in sport mode. And a lot of times you do need to be in sport mode or normal mode to actually keep up with something even as slow as this guy in the winds, because you need to be breaking the winds with the higher mode. So there we go. Here's the combine. Let me try to line up a shot. I'm going to try to get behind it. Fortunately, he's coming back here. And you can see how far I am. I'm almost 1,500 feet away. There we go. And we're going to show you. Now, I got my function button for this tutorial, so you know, right here in control, we're going to go down, and we're going to show you, boom, where is it? Press once is cruise control for the function button. And then the double press is recenter gimbal. So all I have to do is to press my function button once, and it will enable cruise control even on a drone like this, which is a really wild feature to have on such a small little thing. So let's go ahead. I feel like the white balance is off. I don't know, it needs to be warmer or something. There we go. I'm hoping with the firmware update, we're going to get some cool little things. Ideally, it would be great if we could get 4K. Okay, see, I'm in cine mode and I can't even move. So the winds are no joke. So let me go ahead and get this guy tracked. I'm going to hit the start button to start recording. And now I'm going to depress the function button once, and it will say cruise control enabled. So no hands on the sticks. See that? And let's see how well it is lining up the shot. So I'm trying to keep that combine in the upper top thirds of the frame so we have the same breathing room on top and bottom, because you want to have a nice composition and you want it to be doing a pretty darn good job. And look at that. Actually doing really well in almost 30-mile-an-hour winds, shooting 4K, adjusted the color temperature, and not even doing anything. Hands-free. So to have this feature on a drone that's $200 shooting 4K video, pretty darn awesome. This drone is really, honestly, a really crazy piece of technology. I mean, it's pretty remarkable to say the least. And that's awesome. So we can go ahead and shoot a long shot by having this guy do what he's doing, and I'm not even on the sticks. So I give my hands a rest. They don't need to be constantly finessing and being very precise. There's the guy with the little combine. A lot of these guys are really nice, and he probably doesn't even know I'm out flying. Maybe he does. The guy's going to line up with the tractor soon. Okay, so now to break cruise control, you can either hit that X where it says aircraft and cruise control, or you can just simply toggle one of the modes and it will get you out of cruise control ASAP. So that's what I prefer to do, is just exit out of there really quickly. But let's try to get a shot now. Now we could go fly really low. Let me see. I've put this Neo in some kind of crazy little scenarios, getting all kinds of stuff spit at him. Neo, where are you? Very hard to see and get visual line of sight on this guy. So I'm in normal mode. I'm able to kind of keep up with them. If I put it in sport mode, I'll probably be able to be right on his butt. There we go. Let's see. Do. I mean, look at this. I got 56% battery left, so I'm all right on the battery. We're going to cruise around. Oop. I didn't dial in any of my Expo settings or anything. He's right by my car.
Landing.
Give him a wave, a little shaka. He probably doesn't know what I'm doing. He probably can't even see this drone, honestly. So let me go ahead and get on the other side where I got some better light. Oh, there we go. I think he's going to unload in the grain truck. Getting a little wobbly. There we go. Get rid of that wind warning. And now let's track him doing this. There we go. I'm in cine mode now. And once I get the shot kind of lined up, the wind is really kind of tweaking me. So that's pushing me. I could barely even, come on. So I'm trying to line up the shot with the wind. There we go. It's kind of decent. It's getting blown around a little bit. And I'm going to hit the function button one more time. That's going to enable cruise control. Now it says aircraft and cruise control. And that's it. So, pretty simple little tutorial showing you a feature that is really handy and actually doing a pretty darn good job in almost 30-mile-an-hour winds with a $200 drone. So let me see. So right now it's kind of losing frame. So I'm going to break out of that. Let's see. We want the money shot. The money shot is this guy dumping his grain from the combine into... The winds are howling, just so you know, and this little Neo is actually handling. So that's pretty remarkable. It's not doing great, but it's flying and it's hanging, so Neo's doing what he can. In cine mode right now, mind you, so he's in the mode that's going to give him the least amount of power. And right now I'm trying to get some footage first to lock in. That will be really nice for the intro possibly. So you'll see in the intro some of the video that I'm capturing and the quality and what this little Neo can do. I need to see if they have filters. Let me know if they do have filters for this yet. I'm not sure if DJI does or Freewell or something. But if you do know, put that in the comments below. Definitely needs filters to keep the shutter speed down because right now I'm at 1/1600th of a second. And there we go. We got him. Oh, God. Let me go into normal mode. See, now it says return home. The battery life on this drone is not amazing. And we got strong winds. So now we're in kind of like a danger zone because I'm further away. I'm getting blown all over. I'm going to put it in cruise control one last time, and let's just see what it does. And then I'm going to hightail this guy back to me in sport mode and call it a day, and that's the tutorial. So, but be aware that cruise control actually unleashes this drone to be a pretty legit little drone capturing some pretty decent content. Okay, so I'm not going to push it. I'm going to go ahead and X out of here, stop recording, and then just get back safely all the way over here with the wind in sport mode, and it's having a hard time. So I'm going to go low. Great. I'll be running in the field for this drone soon. Come on. Ugh. So stressful. So this little drone definitely is not meant or intended to be flown in 30-mile-an-hour gusts. So be aware of that because this is kind of pushing it, and I'm doing it for the tutorial and also showing you that it can actually accomplish cruise control and even high winds, but not ideal. You want to be flying this thing on a nicer day. Yeah, I can have my Mavic 3 Pro or something, and it will do fine, or even the Mini 4 Pro or Air 3 or something, but a Neo is not meant for a windy day. Let's see if we can get it back safely. I see it. I'm flying really low to the ground, maybe getting shielded by that corn. So here we go. Beep. I'll record a little bit. There's my car. Yeah, I mean, it's howling right now. And this drone is still coming back to me. So let me get it back. Ooh. I wonder if I could fly it into my window. But I'm safe right now. It's not far away. Worst case scenario, it lands in the corn. Okay. Oh, come on, little Neo. Get back home safely. We love you. Here we go. Into the car. Oh. There we go, little buddy. And here we have it. Neo kind of is like your friend, so look out for him, have fun with them, and yeah, cool little drone. Hope this helps, guys. Subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, and aloha. Bye. Peace.